Hey there, Wake Angels 2001. What the heck did I just watch? This episode somehow felt like it was 3.5 hours long, and I've only been watching it for 11 minutes. I don't know, this episode felt so dense, like so much happened in it, but not a lot happened in it. Alright, I guess like the only thing I can do is just do the recap. Alright, the episode starts with a filming of Comedy Chimp's show. And in Comedy Chimp, he pulls his Krusty the Clown impersonation, forcing a smile and laughing at the material, which he thinks is complete and utter dreck. When he says he's pulling some kind of Oprah spiel where the fans in the audience are supposed to have a prize under their chair. Unfortunately, they only had enough in the budget for one prize, so when they all look under it, Knuckles pulls out this big tacky green lamp. He's like, "Huh, I found this lamp. Maybe I can use it to find the prize." When he finds out that it is a prize, like, "Ah, sweet! Check out my new lamp!" Knuckles wins a lamp, but he realizes that he doesn't have a place to keep it because he doesn't have a house. I did not know that Knuckles didn't have a house here. I mean, I know, like, in the proper universe, Knuckles is just kind of a nomad who lives on the island and hangs around the Master Emerald Shrine, but I kind of figured, at least in this continuity, he had a place to sleep at night. I mean, even Sonic has a shack, and I'm pretty sure in 5 out of 6 continuities, he's homeless. He's like the super hobo. Alright, so when Knuckles lets slip that he doesn't have a place to own, Barker comes in. You may remember Barker as the evil ringmaster / lawyer, who offers Knuckles a loan so that he can buy a house. He shows him a dilapidated shack, and with like just falling apart and has no ceiling, and he writes it off like, "You have a sunroof, which becomes an instant waterfall in the rain. I thought you liked nature." And I was like, "Well, my character description says that I do." Oh, I almost missed one of the funny Stixisms. When Knuckles asks what they're gonna do with the lamp, Sonic says that he's just gonna turn in because he's feeling kind of tired, and everybody else is feeling tired too, except for Stix, who hasn't slept in 28 days. Because I swear, somebody has to compile a supercut of all the crazy stuff that Stix says. I'm sure it would run for hours at this point. And so, okay, so back to where I was. Knuckles is living in that little dilapidated shack, and he finds that his lamp's not turning on. So when he calls his friends, and Tails points out that he needs to pay an electric bill in order for his lamp to work, because, you know, apparently there is a functioning outlet in this ramshackled shack, but there's no electricity. Alright, so Knuckles decides to go to get a job, you know, to pay the bills. We get to see some jokes, like he tries to get a job packing stuff, and he just kind of jams a whole bunch of groceries in a box until they break. When this gray fox lady who sounds like oh, what's her name? You know that woman that used to be on the red carpets for all the Oscar events, that you know, she died like a year or two ago from complications of neck surgery. God, I remember her exact manner of death, but I can't remember her name. But you guys will probably know. You'll see in the description. Anyway, she sounds like that, and she offers Knuckles a job at the at an ad agency that she runs. So of course she lets him in and all that and she thinks that his stupidity is just him being avant-garde. So somehow he's managing to make a living there. So she gives him a paycheck, and when he goes home that night, Barker is there, and he demands payment for the loan. So Knuckles gives him the paycheck, but apparently the paycheck wasn't enough. So Knuckles decides that he needs to get a second job, and he goes to work at Meh Burger, because of course he goes to work at Meh Burger. Alright, so what follows is a working montage showing Knuckles going from one job to the other and then being extorted out of all his money by Barker, while they play another sound-alike song. This time, he works hard for the money. Huh, I actually remembered the song reference this time. He works hard for the money. Dun 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 dun. You know that one? Of course, it's one of those those just enough notes are different that we don't have to pay the license type of songs, but you know. So we get to see the rest of the group. They say that they just had the most epic battle with Dr. Eggman that had new characters and classic old favorites. And Sticks talks directly into the camera. Yep, that was the greatest battle that there ever was. And you missed it. Guess that's what you get for following Knuckles around, huh? You know, Teen Titans Go used that exact joke in its worst episode, Return of Slade. The exact same joke. Why does it work here in Sonic Boom, where they're... But it actually made a ton of people rage quit Teen Titans Go. I mean, I rage quit Teen Titans Go way before Return of Slade, but seriously, like a joke from the worst episode of the worst show on Cartoon Network somehow works better when it's put into this show. I don't... How does that work? I mean, I guess it has to do with the fact that, oh, you know what? I think I know. Because the episode wasn't called Epic Eggman Battle with a whole bunch of nostalgic villains and new faces. The episode was called, wait, was it 9 to 5? It was, 9 to 5 Knuckles, with 9 spelled with a K. Alright, so yeah, 9 to 5, you know, working at 9 to 5. Yeah, so, since this episode was titled, Knuckles is going to be at a job today, we are only expecting to see Knuckles at a job. We aren't being promised an epic major battle with the return of a beloved villain from a previous continuity, only to have him mentioned off-screen, to have something completely different happen. Like, they didn't call this episode Return of Lyric, and then they mention Lyric and how they're going to go off to fight, but we instead follow Knuckles as he gets a job. No. That is why the joke works. Okay. I have reconciled this contradiction in my head. So the joke is allowed to be funny. Alright, so they see that Knuckles is overworked from all the jobs, and they advise him to quit one of them, which he says that he'd do, but he kind of doesn't. He continues working both jobs, and we see it goes on a little longer until at one point when he leaves his job at the advertising company to go to his shift at Mehrburger, Sonic and everybody else is fighting Dr. Eggman right there in the village square. So he goes to participate in the fight, but then he also has to be there for a shift at Mehrburger, and then the people from the advertising job are coming to eat at Mehrburger. So he's trying to juggle all three things, like a crab bot is about to kill Amy when he manages to rescue her, and she starts to have an existential moment about how life is so precious. Says, "That sounds very life-affirming, but I gotta go." And he drops her on the floor like a sack of hammers and runs off. You know, we get the old comedy routine of running back and forth between three stations until he starts to confuse them. Like he gets, like, when the fries are starting to burn, he grabs the fries and puts them in the serving basket, and then he runs up to Eggman and says, Here are your fries, sir. I can't linger. I gotta go participate in that battle." And Eggman's holding the fries like, "Can I get some ketchup?" So he actually starts to eat the fries when Sonic knocks the Eggmobile, and he goes screaming like a little girl into the open field. And then he goes up to the table where the advertising people are, and he "Take this, you egg-shaped menace!" And he flings them into a display of cups. Like did you just attack, like, whatever the hell his name was, Gerald, Gary, whatever the heck his name was? And Dave's like, "Did you just knock over a display of cups?" "Oh, and assault a customer, I guess." And so he gets fired from both of his jobs, And when they go back to the shack, saying that he should have told him that he was being strong armed by Barker and the two bears, and Barker says that there was a non-disclosure agreement in the big thick contract that he signed, which he's in violation of. Amy grabs a contract, reads it, finds that she starts saying like raffle, copter, blah blah blah, like it doesn't make any sense and it's not favorable to Knuckles. So then Amy goes off on a speech. A glorious speech about how she's the cute one, the demure one, the sane one. Like, oh look, there's Amy. What flavor cake is she gonna bake today? But no. But quietly, she eats her enemies for breakfast, even if she's already had breakfast and brunch. You mess with her friends, and she will mess you up. Like I would have expected a speech like that from Styx. Like, I had always thought that, hey, Sonic Boom Amy, she's the sensible one. She's the not crazy one. She is just putting on a veneer for the benefit of society because she will actually make a suit out of your skin if she had the chance. You know what? It's actually kind of refreshing to find out that Boom Amy is every bit as crazy as insane Yandere Amy from the proper universe, just in different ways. So Barker, properly terrified, when it gets to the point where Amy is growling and has to be held back by Sonic and Tails, Barker tears the contract up and runs. The bears try to put up a strong face, but Amy growls them down and they run off whimpering. So, since Knuckles is no longer having to pay to live in the house, he can't stay in the house. So he says that he actually likes living as a nomad, but the whole thing is that now he doesn't have a place to keep his lamp. Tails suggests that if that was the only issue, they could just keep it at the workshop and he can come visit whenever he wants. So the episode ends with Knuckles lying on a futon on the floor in Tails' workshop, saying goodnight to his lamp and turning it off and getting a restful night's sleep. I don't know why this episode felt like it lasted so long. I mean, there was quite a lot to unpack with Knuckles working the 2 jobs, and Styx having a couple of crazy Styxisms. First the whole I haven't slept in 28 days thing, then the completely breaking the fourth wall moment, just talking to the screen. But I guess the only thing about this episode that really drove me to huge levels of confusion was how they managed to make a joke that highlighted one of the worst moments of Teen Titans Go ever and made it work, all because of the context of a scene. Like, actually, because of an episode title, I would have to say. So, I mean, really, it's... wow. So, yeah, this episode, I don't know, this is a... I kind of would have liked to see, and I want to see an epic battle that introduces a new character while also highlighting some classic favorites. But, you know, we still did get a fight in this episode, so it's not like we were completely without action and did something mundane. But, yeah. Now I'm kind of hoping that we get an episode titled Return of Lyric that actually features Lyric. I'm never gonna let that go. Nope. Alright, so, yeah, I guess that's it. Yep. Alright. Gee, maybe I should write scripts for these things, but they wouldn't be on off-the-cuff vlog. Such is the double-edged sword of the off-the-cuff vlog. Oh well, we'll see you next week. Oh, and if you're wondering why my output for custom figures has been so low this month, a lot of issues. I had other obligations, and, you know, like, real life is getting in the way. I really should get to some stuff. I couldn't do any work yesterday because I had, like, a major strain in my wrist, but it's feeling better now. I should be able to get some sculpting done. Alright, hopefully we'll have at least one more toy before February's over, even though I only have about 3 days.